Hello, 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 fellow Earthlings. This is Earthling 6455463728. And do Italian people have a habit of pretending that they can't speak English? This may seem like a really weird question, but I was, my normal insomnia stuff, and I recall three different instances where an Italian person that I met pretended that they couldn't really speak English. And that really, I don't recall that happening any other place that I went to. So, yep, I am Earthling, yada yada yada. And while I could do a front handspring, I really had problems with a back handspring in gymnastics and back somersaults and stuff. Anyway, I have an MBA, I have a computer science degree, I got a scholarship a long time ago. I traveled to different places around the world, not as many as I'd like, and that's what I'm going to talk about. I've done Latin dance, karate, I've done like rowing out into the sea with other scouts, and I have a little background military reservist experience. So anyway, like I was saying, is it just me, or is it that Italian people, maybe Italian women, I'm not sure, who sometimes pretend that they can't speak English, that they don't understand English that well? Anyway, let me go through these stories, and maybe you can give me your own experiences and tell me what's what. So anyway, I was on a cruise with my sister and my mom, and we were in, was it jacuzzi? Is it the jacuzzi? I think it was warm water, basically, on the cruise. And we started talking to this Italian couple. And, I didn't really notice, but we weren't really talking to the Italian couple. And I think, was there a Hispanic couple, Cuban couple, right, from Miami. And I didn't realize it at the time, but we were only ever talking to the husband. I never really spoke to the wife, and I didn't realize that at the time. But anyway, I didn't really know Italian. I know a little bit of Spanish, so I was talking to the Cuban guy, and he knows English well enough, I guess, so I could kind of communicate with him. And with this Italian guy there, I don't know much Italian. As far as I know, Italian has some close bits to French. And anyway, so I'm talking with the guy, and we are bumbling around. I don't know how much the stuff is actually getting through to him or how much we understand, but we're having a good time. So much so that we saw them a couple other times when we were on the cruise. I don't know if we went on any outings when the ship came into port, but we did go on some outings with this Czech couple, a young Czech couple, boy and a girl, and Cuban people, and the Italian people. So we met them, and like I said, we saw them a couple of times. I wish we had gone and doing the same activity at the same time more. That would have been fun, but it didn't work out that way. But we got everybody's Facebook contact information, so we're friends with them on Facebook still. And as a matter of fact, I actually went to the Czech Republic because of this couple. They broke up. The boy and the girl broke up. So I went to the guy's home, and I visited with him, and that was interesting. And actually, we also went to Italy, and we stayed at the home of the Italian couple. We stayed there for actually a couple of weeks, if I recollect properly. Now, the funny thing about this is that, so before I forget, the Facebook account, I guess, that we used to communicate through after the cruise for a number of years until we actually went to Italy to visit them was through the husband's account. And I guess we used Google Translate perhaps, but I seem to remember that some responses would come back just in English, and maybe I really didn't think too much about it. And yeah. So anyway, we went to Italy. We spent some time in France first, and then we went to this airport in Nice, where they live at the top of Italy then, right? We're really close to the airport in Nice. And they picked us up, and just imagine my complete and utter shock when we realized that the wife spoke completely fluent English. Completely and utterly fluent English. And we had met these people a number of times on the cruise. And like I said, I had tried to speak. And again, I realized it was just the husband, especially when we were in a hot tub kind of thing. It was me and the husband. I was trying to talk to the husband, kind of. And then, now that I think about it, the Cuban guy, because his wife didn't really speak English that well at all. She totally couldn't speak English, even though the Cuban guy could speak a little bit of English. So my mind was completely blown that nobody needed to be hesitating, speaking, just worrying about what the heck that we were saying when this lady could speak complete. She spent a number of years working in the US. So she had no problem speaking English at all. And so when we're in the car, they've picked us up, taken us to their house. They have two homes is it the same building? And nope, not two homes. They had one home, which is their home. They had another home, which was like a guest place. And then they had another place, which was where their kids would just go to hang out with friends at. So yeah, they had like three places. And the one place, which was like their guest place, we could stay. The three of us could stay and just come and go as we pleased. We had a key to the place, and that was it. And the wife was kind of like, I don't know if it was kind of a defense mechanism thing, where she was saying that she couldn't understand me at all, but she could understand my sister. So like I was in the back seat, and that's what she was saying when she picked us up. Like, she can't understand me at all. I don't know if that was meant to be like, yeah, that's what happened on the cruise all those years ago, and da-da-da-da. So I was like, that's kind of weird. And then, she didn't seem to have that much trouble. I don't recall it being a thing where she just had to talk to my sister the other times that we were talking to them. Granted, it was not that often because they were busy people. They were doing their own business. They had a business of their own that they were running. But I don't recall the other times that we met them. Once for some pizza, and the other time when we were leaving, they took us to Monte Carlo. That's the place of the little kingdom, that little area there where all the rich people live. So yeah, I don't recall it just being a thing where she could only understand my sister after that. But yeah, that was just really weird. Maybe it was just the three guys were talking and she didn't want to make her husband look kind of, not capable of speaking on his own or whatever it was. He seemed he was a nice guy. But maybe that's what it was, because with the Czech couple, the girl's English was a lot better than the guy's. And she censored herself a lot to not correct him. I mean, she did correct him, and then she kind of realized, okay, this isn't making him look so good. So then she just would keep stopping, like in and out kind of thing. So maybe that was it. She just wanted to let, for the Czech couple, she just wanted to let her husband, her boyfriend, shine as much as he could shine on that instance. But yeah, I was thinking about it this morning when I couldn't sleep. And I realized that, that was not the only time that there was an Italian person who seemed to be pretending that they couldn't speak Italian. Because, so we went to a couple of places in Italy. We were at those people's houses, which was, like I said, close to Monte Carlo and Nice. I hope it is Monte Carlo that I'm saying this right. But at the top there, the top of Italy, I mean. So then afterwards, we went to Florence because we wanted to go to Pisa. And as far as I remember, when we got to Florence, we needed to go to find the place that we were going to stay at. So we're on this bus, and we asked this guy. We were like, "Hey, this is where we need to go. Do you know where it is that we need to go?" And as far as I recall, maybe at first he was initially like, "I don't really speak English so well," da, da, da. And while we were talking to him, he was not giving clear information as far as I could tell. So, seeing as he kind of indicated that he didn't really speak English that well, I told my sister, "Hey, I guess he doesn't know what he's talking about. I guess he doesn't know how to speak English. So let's not worry about whatever he was saying." Well, at some point along the trip in the bus, the dude says to us, "Yeah, it's right here. Right here. This is where you get out. Right here." Like signing and whatever else. And so I'm looking around. It doesn't look like this is the place, but the guy's like really insistent. "Yeah, this is the place. Yeah, So we get off. It's nowhere near a residential area, building, whatever it was. It's just like an open area on one side and some buildings on the next side. But we get off right there anyway, listening to what he said. When we get off, we quickly realize this is definitely not the place. And I think about it, and then I realize, wait a minute. That guy probably knew enough English to be offended when I was saying he doesn't speak English, he doesn't understand what we're saying. And then clearly proceeded to give us wrong information about where it was to get off, just to be a dick. And you may say, "Well, you're not sure. I mean, you said that you couldn't speak English and da da da." Well, I just have a pretty good feeling that is what happened. There's a chance that I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I think that he was just offended and he wanted to get back at us, and he just made us get off of the bus at one of the worst possible places that we could have gotten off at, because then we started walking. At one point we realized that we were nowhere near the place, and the only thing to do was to get back on the bus at pretty much the same place where we got off in order to continue on our journey to the place where we were going. And yeah, I'm pretty confident that he was just trying to be mean. The next time that I encountered somebody who really seemed to be like could clearly speak English and then were not like speaking English. We were in Rome, and I was asking directions to go wherever it was. My mom and my sister were in the back, and a good couple steps away. I was just trying to figure out where we're going quickly and just go. So I guess I walked on ahead of them quickly, and as I was talking to this person, I'm trying to use what little Italian that I can, and I get stumped. I get totally stumped, and I'm just like o e o and I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know what to say. Anyway, the person's just standing up there, just trying to be respectful, I guess, and wait till I figure out what it is I'm trying to say in Italian. Well, my mom and my sister, they come up while I'm asking the person, or actually, while I'm just trying to figure out what the heck the next word is to say, and they start speaking in English. Not start speaking in English. They continue speaking in front of the person, and then it's kind of like the person's still waiting for me while they're talking, and then I guess I give up, and maybe I ask them just in English, and they respond in English after a number of minutes of me wasting my time trying to speak to them in Italian. And I was like, what? I mean, so you could always speak English? And my whats and ums and I think and whatever traces of English that you heard, you didn't take that as a indication to say, hey, do you speak English? And just start telling me. So and the thing about it is that it jumps out at me because when I was in Korea, for example, I tried to speak Korean to find like a crosswalk, and I spoke to a person in Korean, and very surprisingly, they answered my Korean question in English. Hey, yeah, the crosswalk, it's over there. They were not in any way scared to jump back at me and be like, oh, you speak English? I speak English too. So I do remember that. I can't remember it happening in any other language. Anyway, that's just me. I'm realizing that even though it happened 3 times, it doesn't mean that it necessarily has anything to do specifically with Italians. Or maybe it does. Maybe somebody knows something that I don't know. But I just thought it was really weird to clearly remember those 3 times and not remembering anything like that happening in France. Nothing like that happened in the Czech Republic when I was trying to use my Czech, anything like that. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for me. Feel free to like, dislike, tell me why am I wasting your time, comment, subscribe, any of the things that you would want someone to do if this were your piece. Have a good one. Peace.